사람들에게는 만사의 형통할 수 있는
And the kingdom of God and his citizens are kings and queens that stand with the king of kings and his kingship, that rule with a rod of iron in peace, justice, and mercy. Citizens are ours.
Now, the Rod of Iron Ministries, which is another offshoot of this church.
This is a satanic antichrist devil. These are not real Christians.
Good values. This is a cult.
We're very much opposed to
It's
this.
disgusting.
We don't worship government. We worship God.
How many of you feel safer knowing that your teacher has a gun? All of you.
We need to turn back to God.
Not to be dependent on the government.
Revelation 3:11, let no man take thy crown, hold fast what God has. In other news, Reuters reports in World News that Malaysia proposed a jail for up to 10 years and fines for fake news. There you go, climbing down on what the government deems to be fake news. It's interesting. Just yesterday, I believe, China is starting to spark up more strife over Taiwan. They're flying military jets now closer to Taiwan, and of course, threatening that whole region. At the same time, we have, I think it was in the headlines today, but at the same time, we have Saudis and Israel are sharing airspace for the first time.
Yes. Yeah, something like that. Yes.
Saudis and
Saudi.
So they're sharing airspace and ramping up for war with Iran.
Yes. Meanwhile,
Iran is claiming that they will, destroy Israel. They always do that, but they're saying that they will destroy Israel. We have, meanwhile, as you reported this morning in the headline news, Trump is kicking out 60 Russians.
yes. But on the Saudi-Iran thing, Yemen has shot quite a few missiles into Saudi Arabia, and for the first time was able to succeed in killing someone in Saudi Arabia, in Riyadh, in the capital of Saudi Arabia.
So there are definitely pushes for massive war. We have John Bolton in there, who is, of course, going to tell the president we have to go to war with everybody. So we are in a serious situation. I heard, we'll show it a little later, but Mike Cernovich was talking about this, and he was saying that World War III is coming. World War III, they're preparing World War III. They're trying to set off the tinder so they can blame it on Trump. They couldn't get the office, but they're still, as you can see, the deep state is still operating. I mean, they are still trying to set this whole thing on fire. They're still trying to get civil war in America. They're trying to get rid of the Second Amendment. I mean, they're just this George Soros operation is just going as if nothing happened, as if Hillary was in office. It's incredible, folks. They're trying to keep Trump so confused. They're trying to promise him that if he gets rid of all these Russian ambassadors and starts a fight with another Cold War with Vladimir Putin, then the mainstream media will back off of his Russia collusion story because they couldn't find anything. Now they're relying on a porn star for their information. Stefan Molyneux did a good piece on that. He was basically saying, it's amazing how low the mainstream media has to go. They're now relying on a porn star because we all know porn stars have such great reputations for telling the truth. They're relying on a porn star to get uncorroborated information, things that she can just make up about President Trump. We know this woman obviously signed some kind of non-disclosure agreement, has lied about that and broke it multiple times. So we know this woman goes against her own promises and goes against her own word. And the dog is out there saying she wants to come in. But here you have, and when asked why she's breaking her silence now and why she's doing so when she could be sued for $1 million each time she does it, she says, "I didn't want my reputation to be soured," right?
Oh. Wow.
Okay, she didn't want her kids to have her reputation be soured. Okay, girl. Okay. All right. The dog is distracting everybody in the studio. We're gonna.
Knocking the
I'm gonna
cameras
go
around.
to. I'm gonna go cue Stefan Molyneux's video, tech team, about Stormy Daniels. Let's watch his video because it is so well put. And that was Stefan Molyneux, very articulate, bringing it down. And he makes some excellent points. He says, as Trump is building the economy, as he's creating more jobs, he's taking more from the left. People are fleeing the left, and people are more interested in the state preserving private property rights instead of getting free stuff because their upward mobility has been enhanced. He makes some excellent points. I mean, he's so articulate. He's actually very, very intelligent, extremely intelligent man. Very positive about Christian civilization and Christian history. Very, very positive. Although he's an atheist, he sees the value of Christian culture and civilization and Christian morality. And of course, the left trying to pretend like they're actually concerned about morality. That's like literally Al Capone or Mao Zedong or Kim Jong-un or any one of these criminal cartel group leaders like George Soros or whatever, trying to pretend that they care about morality. It's like, what's his name? Those Hollywood stars who have orgies and sex parties, trying to criticize somebody, some normal, guy about some issue. These are people who have threesomes and who have sexcapades and yacht sex parties. It's so ridiculous. It's so absurd. And of course, this is why they know most people have a conscience. They know most people have the inward understanding of what is right and wrong. And so they'll use this against every single one of their opponents. Anderson Cooper doesn't corroborate anything that this porn star says. It just takes it on face value because she's just making some accusations. They're trying to create a situation in the world where any woman that they pay for, by the way, or that they bribe, can make any accusations against anybody. And then those accusations are used to destroy people's lives without any corroboration, no evidence. And of course, this is what the state wants. The state wants a situation with FISA courts, with female accusations, with this or that, to destroy their political dissidents or destroy their political opponents. Any which way to destroy people's lives, to maintain power, because anybody that gets in the way of their thirst for power is a threat and is a danger. Anybody that tells the truth is a threat and a danger. Anybody that challenges the narrative is a threat and danger. And that's, of course, why it's the left that's into censorship. It's the left that wants to ban debate. It's the left that wants to go off, and it's like that redhead kid who was talking about he doesn't want to go debate Dana Lash. He's not scared of her, but he doesn't want to debate her because she doesn't agree with every single point that he says. Okay, all righty. Well, in debate, your opponent really is not supposed to agree with everything you say, you see. You don't have a debate with somebody who agrees with everything you say. So the left is just such a hypocritical bunch of total propagandists, total liars. Anderson Cooper, CIA history, etc., you name it. These people are just a cabal. They're a cabal of misinformation. They are propaganda waiting for the Democratic Party. And everybody knows about it now. I mean, nobody takes it seriously. Yeah, they had 22 million people tuned in, apparently, to see it. But they're more interested in the potentials of this, stupid story than the credibility of the story. And of course, the media, quote, journalists don't do anything to actually see whether or not this story is credible and or they corroborate any of these claims. Simply just allowing them to be stated as if they're veritas facts. So it's just, again, it's so ridiculous, so ridiculous. This is what the mainstream media has degraded into. Meanwhile, George Soros is trying to start World War III. Absolutely absurd, folks. Malaysia proposed a jail for up to 10 years, fines for fake news. This is what totalitarian, authoritarian governments do. That's in Reuters right now. China's already doing it. America, under Hillary Clinton and the left and deep state, want to do this because anybody that criticizes them, they want to call them fake news. And then you should be punished because you created fake news. Because you challenge their narrative, you expose the truth. You're like Project Veritas, who has them on film saying that they're going to ban conservatives. But that's fake news, and you should be fined and you should be put into jail for 10 years. That is their dream. And of course, Malaysia is just following suit. This is what the globalist, centralist system was all about. It's about authoritarian control. It's about Nazi, Stasi-like control. This is a very powerful article by the National Review, How the Nazis Used Gun Control. We're going to cover this article and more after this short break. Let's take a short break, and we will be right back after this with more breakdown of how totalitarians and authoritarians use control to dominate populations. We'll be right back. Stay with us.